Welcome. In this video, I'm going to be installing the Atom text editor for Mac. Welcome. In this video, I'll be installing the Atom text editor for Linux. In particular, I'll be featuring the Linux Mint distribution. We'll start off by installing Atom. Then we'll make a few tweaks to Atom for better readability. And then we'll make Atom the default editor for Git source control. Then we'll end up by reviewing the actions we took and consider other distributions. Now you might be wondering why bother watching this video, but I like to show all my work. However, you can simply just go over to the atom.io website and download the appropriate package yourself. I'll also provide installation notes for those that prefer that approach. Alright, let's get started by installing Atom on Linux Mint. I'll be featuring Linux Mint using the Cinnamon desktop. This is based on Ubuntu, which is part of the Debian family. Here I'm currently in my Linux Mint distribution, and I just need to bring up my web browser. I'll be using Google Chrome, which I use for all of my courses. Once your web browser loads, go to the Atom website at atom.io. Once the Atom website loads, it should detect that you're running Linux and provide you the appropriate options. The .deb file is the one that I want because I'm running Linux Mint, which is part of the Ubuntu family, which is just downstream of Ubuntu, and it's part of the Debian family. If you're running Red Hat, like CentOS or Fedora, then you'll want the RPM version. Once the deb file has downloaded, I'm going to run it by opening it by using my browser's open feature. That should launch the package manager. That should launch the package manager, allowing me to install the Atom package. When the package manager or package installer loads, it will make sure that all dependencies are satisfied, which they are. So now all I have to do is click on Install Package. I'll be prompted for my password since I'm making a system change. Once you put your password in, click on Authenticate. Once Atom has been installed, the package installer will update to reflect this. You'll now be given the option to reinstall the package, and it will warn you that the same version is already installed. Great. Now we can go ahead and close the package installer. And since we're done with our browser, let's close the web browser as well. Now, let's go find where Atom got installed. It should be somewhere under our menu. We'll open up Menu, and I believe it's going to install it under Programming. Great. Now I'm going to right-click on the Atom icon. That exposes a handful of options. I want to add the panel, add the desktop, and add the favorites. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to select the first one, add to panel. That should add the Atom icon to the panel down below. Now I'm going to do the same process again. Right-click on Atom. Now add the desktop. Great. You should see the Atom icon appear on our desktop. Finally, let's add Atom to our favorites. Now the Atom icon should appear on this side of the Start menu. Now the Atom icon should appear on this side of the menu. Great. Now let's try opening up Atom. Go to your desktop and double-click on Atom. Once Atom loads, take a few moments to resize the Atom window. Now I'm going to close out any welcome screens that I have, and I'm going to uncheck this item so that it won't show up again. I don't care about telemetry right now, and I don't care about the welcome guide. Great. We know we have successfully installed Atom on our Linux Mint system. With Atom installed, now let's update the Atom settings. While you have Atom open, go to the Edit menu, then go to Preferences. Once the Preferences panel shows up, click on Editor. On my screen, most of the text for the text files are a little bit small, so I'll increase the default font to something a little bit bigger. And go with 20 font. I'm going to go with 20. Now I'm going to close the Settings panel. And since Atom is built upon web-based technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, we can use a standard style sheet to make further refinements to the Atom editor. I'm going to Edit, then click on Style Sheet. That brings up a style sheet that we can then edit. Go down to Tree View, and I want to add the font size attribute. I just start typing, and since this is a style sheet document, Atom understands that and provides some useful suggestions. I'm going to select font size, and for Tree View, I want 16 points. Now I'm going to go down to Atom Text Editor and do the same thing. Font size, set the 20 points, and then save. That's Control S. Now I'm going to save with Control S. All right, that looks a lot better. Once you're done making your changes, close the style sheet. All right, now we are done making the changes for the Atom settings for better readability. Now let's configure Atom to be our default editor within Git. First thing we want to do is make sure that the Atom command is available from our command line environment. So for now, I'm going to close Atom. Then I'm going to bring out my terminal. I want to make sure that Atom is available on the path. So I'm going to type which Atom. Great. Since I know that my path can see the Atom command, let's invoke Atom now. Simply type Atom and then press enter. Wonderful. We've confirmed that we can actually invoke the Atom command and bring up the Atom text editor directly from our terminal program. All right, let's close out for now. And now let's set up the Atom command to be our text editor, to be the primary text editor for our Git source control. Of course, this assumes that Git is already installed. Let's make sure. If we type git version, Git should respond with the version number. All right, now let's use Git's config command to set up Atom as the default editor. I'm going to use git config -- global. That will set this setting to be the user level or global setting. Then the setting we want to set is core.editor. Then in double quotes, we want to set the Atom command with the wait option. Atom space -- wait. Double check that line and then press enter. Great. Now let's confirm that Git will use the Atom text editor as its default editor. We can do that by using a variation of the git config command. If we type git config -- global -e, Git will open the global or user level settings. Git will open the global or user level settings with the default editor. Great. Now, Atom was opened with the .gitconfig file that's in our user's home directory. Let's go ahead and close that file and exit out of Atom. And that's it. We have successfully configured Git and Atom to work seamlessly together. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of my terminal. And then let's keep going. All right, let's review what we just did. We went to the Atom website and downloaded the appropriate package for our distribution of Linux. Since I'm running Linux Mint, which is part of the Ubuntu, which is just downstream from Ubuntu, I'm part of the Debian family, so I went and got the Deb package. If you're part of the Red Hat family, or CentOS or Fedora, you need the RPM version. Then we used our package manager to install Atom. After that, I added Atom to the panel and the desktop. And then we took a few moments to adjust some settings for better readability. I set my editor to 20 points and the tree view, which we saw in the last little bit, to 16 point. Finally, we ended by integrating Git with Atom. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you see the installation notes.